The Andes Mountains, stretching along the western edge of South America, form the longest continental mountain range in the world. This formidable barrier, with its towering peaks and unpredictable weather, has been the site of numerous aviation disasters over the years. Among these incidents, some stand out for their tragic circumstances and remarkable stories of survival. This article delves into a few notable plane crashes in the Andes, exploring the harrowing details and the enduring human spirit displayed in the face of adversity. 1. The 1972 Andes flight disaster. Overview. Perhaps the most famous aviation disaster in the Andes is the crash of Uruguayan Air Force Flight 571. On October 13, 1972, the Fairchild FH-227D, carrying 45 passengers, including a Uruguayan rugby team, crashed into a remote part of the Andes in Argentina, stranding the survivors in an icy wilderness. The crash. The flight, en route from Montevideo, Uruguay, to Santiago, Chile, faced severe weather conditions and poor visibility. Navigational errors led the pilots to believe they had cleared the Andes, but they were still deep within the mountain range. The aircraft struck a peak, shearing off both wings and sending the fuselage sliding down a glacier. 12 passengers died in the crash or shortly thereafter. Survival and rescue. The initial aftermath saw survivors with limited food, extreme cold, and no hope of immediate rescue. They rationed meager supplies and endured temperatures as low as -30 degrees Celsius, -22 degrees Fahrenheit. On the 10th day, an avalanche struck their makeshift shelter, killing 8 more people. Faced with starvation, the survivors made the agonizing decision to resort to cannibalism, consuming the bodies of their deceased friends to stay alive. After more than 2 months, 2 survivors, Nando Parado and Roberto Canessa, embarked on a perilous 10-day trek across the mountains to find help. Their journey succeeded, and on December 20, 1972, 72 days after the crash, 16 survivors were rescued. The 1947 BSAA Avro-Lancastrian Stardust crash. Overview. Another infamous crash in the Andes involved the British South American Airways, BSAA, Avro-Lancastrian Stardust. On August 2, 1947, the aircraft disappeared while flying from Buenos Aires, Argentina, to Santiago, Chile, with 11 people on board. The crash. The plane vanished without a trace, leading to widespread speculation and numerous theories about its fate. The mystery endured for over 50 years. Partly fueled by the cryptic final Morse code message sent by the crew, Stendek. Discovery and investigation. In 1998, climbers on Mount Tupungato discovered wreckage from the Stardust. Subsequent investigations determined that the aircraft had flown into the mountain during a severe snowstorm, likely due to navigational errors compounded by strong winds. The remains of the passengers and crew were recovered, and the mystery of Stardust was finally laid to rest. 3. The 1991 Uruguayan Air Force crash. Overview. On October 14, 1991, almost 19 years to the day, after the Flight 571 disaster, another Uruguayan aircraft, AC-130 Hercules, crashed in the Andes. The plane was carrying 8 crew members and 20 passengers, including civilians and military personnel. The crash. The aircraft was on a mission to support the United Nations peacekeeping operations in Angola when it encountered severe weather conditions. The pilots lost control, and the plane crashed into the Andes near the Argentine-Chilean border. All 28 people on board perished. Rescue and recovery. The remote location and harsh weather conditions made rescue operations extremely difficult. It took several days for search teams to locate the wreckage, and by then, there were no survivors. The crash was a stark reminder of the perils of flying in this treacherous region. The 1989 Trans-Andean flight disaster. Overview. In March 1989, an Avianca Airlines Boeing 727, Flight 410, crashed in the Andes while en route from Bogotá, Colombia, to the coastal city of Barranquilla. The crash. Shortly after takeoff, the plane encountered severe turbulence and poor weather conditions. The crew attempted to navigate through the mountainous terrain, but failed to clear the peaks. The aircraft struck Mount El Tablazo, disintegrating on impact and killing all 107 passengers and crew members on board. Aftermath. The crash investigation revealed that pilot error and inadequate navigation were primary factors. The tragedy led to improvements in aviation safety protocols, particularly in mountainous regions, to prevent similar accidents in the future. Challenges of flying in the Andes. Flying in the Andes presents unique challenges for pilots and aircraft. The towering peaks, often exceeding 6,000 meters (20,000 feet), create a formidable barrier that requires precise navigation and piloting skills. Weather conditions can change rapidly, with sudden storms, high winds, and severe turbulence posing significant risks. Additionally, the thin air at high altitudes affects aircraft performance, making takeoffs and landings more demanding. Lessons learned and safety improvements. The series of tragic accidents in the Andes has prompted significant advancements in aviation safety. Enhanced navigation systems, better weather forecasting, and rigorous pilot training programs have been implemented to mitigate the risks associated with flying in mountainous regions. International cooperation and the sharing of safety information have also played crucial roles in improving flight safety. Conclusion. The plane crashes in the Andes Mountains are a testament to both the dangers of flying in this challenging environment and the resilience of the human spirit. The stories of survival, particularly that of the 1972 Andes flight disaster, highlight the extraordinary lengths to which people will go to stay alive. These incidents have left an indelible mark on aviation history, leading to important safety improvements and a deeper understanding of the challenges posed by the world's great mountain ranges. Despite the advancements, the memory of those who lost their lives in these tragic accidents endures, reminding us of the perils of air travel and the enduring quest for survival against all odds. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel.